my fellow speakers. This is Brian, the Speaker for the Dead, coming to you today with my review for the series of The Mandalorian. I wanted to do this because I finally got a chance to binge watch the whole season over the last couple of days, with it being the weekend and everything, and I wanted to talk about it. This has been a big deal. A lot of people have been talking about this and giving breakdowns of every episode, and you know, that's great. And everybody can do what they want on this. So here's my overall opinion on The Mandalorian. That was it. No, it was okay. It was okay. I've heard a lot of people just raving about this series. It's so good. This is Star Wars at its best, and this is what we've been waiting for. And you know, I didn't get that from and Baby Yoda takes fall. So I did not get that from this. I felt kind of like I felt about Star Wars in general lately, just a little numb. I was like, sorry. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's some brilliant moments in this. It's got some really good scenes. It's got some really good action scenes. It's got some pretty good writing and pretty good dialogue and stuff like that. But it's not. Here's my problem. I'm a huge fan of The Expanse. And if you take The Mandalorian and you stack it up next to a series like The Expanse, I mean, here's The Expanse, and here's The Mandalorian down. I love the Star Wars-ness of it, and as far as that goes, it is more Star Wars than we've gotten in quite some time. The problem is, it doesn't feel completely like Star Wars, and I kept trying to figure out why. Like, why does this not feel like I think it should feel? And I finally realized it's the music. The music for this series is not good. They don't seem to do any callbacks to the John Williams scores, like, at all. I mean, not even at all. From what I could see, it's very like, it's kind of like, in a lot of ways, like they let a monkey get in on the keyboard and just go bing, boom, 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 bing. And it's like jarring, and it's like unpleasant, and it kind of kept pulling me out. I just kept noticing the music. Like, instead of like having the music wash over you and fill you with feelings and give you that emotional clarity of a scene like music is supposed to do in a film, I kept just going,
"'Cause of what?"
I kept being pulled out of the scene because of the music that was playing. Like I said, it was very like jarring and like boom, boom, ding, and it, like. It's just hard to describe, but I think that was what really made me struggle. Now, I don't think you need to go get John Williams to do the music for this series. I don't think you have to do everything that's been done before. But if you want to do it right, you come up with a really unique score that's specifically for The Mandalorian. You come up with some different songs and stuff like that, but they still need to have somewhat of that feel of Star Wars. And I think you can do that with a more Westernish kind of setting, which is that's what this show feels like. It feels very much like the good, bad, and the ugly done in the world of Star Wars. And I love that aspect of it. I love the character of Ugnaught. I thought that he was a great character. I mean, the characters are great. Cara Dune, I liked her in this. I like her as an actress and stuff. She's very good. There were some things in it that I kept going, why am I not feeling excited? I should feel excited about this. This is good. And like I said, I kept coming back to the music. It is distracting. It is jarring. It is unpleasant. It is not.
Always with you, it cannot be done. Do you nothing that I say?
Master, moving stones around is one thing. This is totally different.
No, no different. Only different in your mind. You must unlearn what you have learned.
All right, I'll give it a try.
No, try not. Do or do not. There is no try.
And at several points now, there are going to be spoilers in this review. So if you have not seen all the series, go away and watch the series before you finish the rest of this video. Because from here on in, there will be spoilers. So here's my problem. There's a particular scene where Baby Yoda picks up a mud horn. For the first time, he shows like his power of the Force, that he can use the Force. And he picks the mud horn up for the Mandalorian because the Mandalorian's about to get killed by this mud horn. And and it's like, and nothing. There's no na, 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 na. There should have been some callback for that. There should have been some, even if you don't use just really like light piano in the background plinking out those notes, something to like draw you back to that Star Wars, that feel of Star Wars. It's one of the things, I don't know if any of you guys ever watched the show Smallville. Now through most of it, the music's completely different, and it's very modern. It was a period time piece in the 90s. But through that series, there's a few times when they pull up the score from the original Superman, the John Williams score. And they just kind of allude to it through the music of the series. And it just, it gives you tingles every time because of the way they did it. And that's how you do something like this. You allude to the great music of the past without actually making this show feel like the old shows, like letting it take over this show. This show needs to have its own feel, and I get that. But whoever did the music for this, and I saw his name, but I can't remember what it is, they need to replace him with somebody else. Either that, or they need to pull him aside and go, all right, dude, you're not getting this. You're not hitting this. You need to go watch about 30 Westerns, watch those, and then watch Star Wars again and merge those two together. You don't have it. And that was my biggest critique of this series, is the music is bad. It is really bad. It doesn't do callbacks. It doesn't pull you in. There's a couple of times where you kind of feel the emotion, but not in a way that you should. Not if the person writing and doing the music is doing their job. The music should never pull you out of a scene. It should enhance the scene for you. But I kept feeling like, as the series went on, now a lot of people were very critical of the middle episodes. I was talking with my brother the other night, which I'm hoping to have my older brother on at some point in the future to do some reviews and stuff with me, because it's something we do anyway. Whenever we talk, we get into movies and we start talking music. We talked for over an hour on the phone the other night just about like Star Wars and stuff like that. Because he'd seen one of my other videos on it. And so I'm going to have my brother start doing some videos with me, because I want you guys to see the fun that we have while we're ragging on each other about Star Wars and Star Trek and everything else, to get a secondary perspective, because his isn't always the same as mine. It's one of the things we have fun kind of going back and forth with each other on. But this show is just, it really has a lot going for it. It really does. It's got a lot of great stuff, really fun stuff. The visuals are great, and it's got Baby Yoda. Baby Yoda. One of the cutest, coolest, funnest characters that we've had come into Star Wars in years. It's made people excited to buy toys again. It is done in one TV series of 8 episodes what 3 major motion pictures failed to do. Okay, they spent billions on buying this franchise, hundreds of millions in making these films, and I mean, they should be blowing us away. And they're not. And people aren't interested in the toys because the characters suck. But here comes The Mandalorian. It's done right. The characters are awesome. They're lots of fun. It feels like Star Wars again. You're getting IG units. You're getting TIE fighters. You're getting all this stuff that we've always wanted. And all of a sudden people want toys again. People are like waiting for Baby Yoda dolls or the child dolls because that's what he's actually called, the child. But he's Baby Yoda. So, I mean, because I went and had my sister-in-law knit me a Baby Yoda. I saw that she was making these, and I'm like, you got to get me one of those. Give me one, please. And so, I mean, that's what a great TV series, a great movie series does. It makes you want the merchandise. It makes you want to be a bigger part of this away from just watching the show. And that's what this is doing. And so, I mean, in that, it's great. And I love seeing the old Stormtrooper helmets and stuff like that. Because I'm sorry, but the new ones from the sequel trilogy, I never liked them. They are not as intimidating. They're not as scary. They look goofy. They're all streamlined and just the. And they're like, compare them to the old ones, they're lame. I mean, even the Clone War helmets were better than the ones that they came up with for the sequel trilogy. And then we see the the speeder bike guys in this. And it's just like, oh, where have you guys been? This is what we've been missing. And you know, it would have been okay for the sequel trilogies to change some stuff and change the helmets, but they changed them for the worst. They made them look lame and stuff. So I don't know. But yeah, I really did enjoy this. And as far as like, and I mean, I enjoy it. Like I said, besides the music, like I enjoyed all the episodes. Everybody was telling me, and my brother said this to me the other night, is that the middle episodes, like 1, 2, and 3 were good, but 4, 5, and 6 weren't that good. Like those 3 middle ones kind of went, and I kind of liked those episodes. For me, they felt like they built the character up for the Mandalorian. You see that he may have been this hardened, nasty SOB at one time, but he's changing. Like, he's not just blowing people away when he has the chance. He's not just killing indiscriminately like a bounty hunter would do. He's changing. He is becoming a different person. And that is really fun to see. You see that the change that the child has brought out in him. This episode here, where this picture that's on the screen right now, where it's basically the Fantastic Seven kind of a storyline. Or the Amazing Seven, or I can't remember. It's a Yul Brynner film where they're cowboys and they save a village. It was that kind of an episode, and which actually was a takeoff from the Seven Samurai. I think it was a Kurosawa film. But it was just, it was interesting, and I liked the character development. I liked what they had to do. I liked the introduction of Cara Dune. She is totally, a badass in this, and it's fun to see a great female character who can still get her butt handed to her. She isn't perfect. She isn't Wonder Ray, and to have a lead character in a guy that can almost be killed, can make mistakes, but he's dang good at what he does. So it's just, it's fun to have real characters in Star Wars again. Real ones. So, anyway, I liked this. I hope you guys are liking this. It was good. They just need to find somebody else to do the music, or pull that guy aside and say, no, dude, you gotta fix this. You're screwing this up for us. Because other than that, it's got my vote. It's got my vote. It really does. This is what they need to be doing for Star Wars. They need to take a lesson from The Mandalorian and use that in all their other stuff. They need to get rid of Kathleen Kennedy, put Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni and other like people who love Star Wars, who do not want to change it, who do not want to use it as a political tool, who just want to make great Star Wars. They need to put them in charge of Star Wars from now on, and just clear the decks of anybody that was hired by Kathleen Kennedy as a political hack. Because we don't want that in our entertainment. We don't need that in our entertainment. If you're heavy-handed that way, you ruin stuff. You don't make it better, you ruin it. So anyway, go watch this. It's great. I'm late to the party. I just barely watched it, but I wanted to give everybody a chance to watch it, and I didn't want to try and cash in on the fervor. I wanted to give a clear review of this outside of all the hubbub that was surrounding it at the time. It's over now. All 8 episodes are out till the fall of next year. We won't get any more of this, and so let me know what you think. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you like this video. If you'd like to see more content on this kind of stuff, tell me what I need to do better and what you'd like to hear more about, and we will talk to you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye now.